I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie.
My channel. I have my sun hat on. Make sure that you protect yourself from the sun. I'm currently in my greenhouse. If you didn't catch the last video, I just put this together. I am going to be putting the shelves on. I got some zip ties at Dollar Tree. They're very inexpensive. They're so flimsy. They don't really fit. Weighted down with the tails right out. I'm going to transplant my tomatoes. I have quite a few tomatoes. They need to be separated. They're getting really tall. And I'm going to start a bunch of seedlings. I'm extremely excited to do this. We had quite a few. They didn't do so well. So we're restarting, and hopefully this greenhouse is going to help them grow and not mold. I have to kind of figure out watering. I'm still new with that. So if any of this interests you, come along with me. I am going to try to document our entire journey. We're going to start seeds again, and we're in the process of finding the right raised garden beds. We have a ton of space to kind of play around with the garden. So we're just kind of going all in because I'm extremely motivated to have some food at our back doors. This is why we bought our home, to be able to give that to our kids, and my sons absolutely are thrilled about having plants. So come along with me. It's a beautiful sunny day. My boys are playing stomp rockets with their dad, so it's just a fun family Sunday, and we're gonna plant a ton of new food. I'll kind of just include a clip of what I'm going to be planting. We're going to try a bunch of different stuff. It's kind of a lot. If you have any experience with any of the seeds or type of seeds, any seed brand that you suggest, leave them down below, because I'm kind of just winging it based off of videos that I watch, different tips and tricks. It's super hot in here. This greenhouse does get very humid. So it does have 2 windows and a really big door, so it is great to ventilate, but oh my goodness, it's like beaming down here. So here are the zip ties, and I picked up some more plastic cups from Dollar Tree, as well as these food metal trays. I'm not quite sure what they're called, with the idea that these would be easy to take in and out of the greenhouse so that I could water, but it just turned out to be an absolute fail. I would not recommend using those. The shelves that came with our greenhouse are just not great. My husband is talking about just cutting slats of wood to go through and across each metal grate so that they are more stable. The zip ties kind of help stabilize them, but long term it's just not going to work out. So again, I started out drilling 1 hole and realized it'd probably be best if I did 2. That being said, I put multiple seeds inside each cup, and I think on Roots and Refuge I did watch that she did 3 seeds per cup, and you know, to make your germination rate higher, and that way when they do actually sprout their true leaves and get a little bit taller, you can separate them into their own cup. These cups, with the idea that I understand, is that starting them in here versus the cells like I did last time, like the front of that bag, the cups actually provide more room for them to grow so that you're transplanting far less often, which is an issue that I had prior. I lost, I think, like 6 tomato plants. Right now we only have 2 left. I'm super sad about, but the 2 that we do have are doing beautifully. They're getting ready to start flowering, so we are super excited to see those grow. One thing that I did notice is that I did not make sure that the soil was moist before I did actually put them into the cups. So I did have quite a bit of dry soil that I ended up having to mix after I did water the plants. You'll see at the end I watered after I placed the seed inside, and going back looking at videos that I'm watching again, I should have sort of dampened the soil prior to putting the seeds in, but I mean, that's all what this is about, is just kind of learning as you go, and it's a process. So stay tuned to the end. I do have an update for week 2 on our seedlings. This is again just me documenting our journey. I have a video coming up. I am going to kind of just go through the layout of our garden. Like I mentioned before, we have a ton of space that we are working with. We're getting ready to break ground, so to speak, meaning that my husband is going to completely rip out what's in our backyard right now so that we can start planting our fruit trees, laying the weed screen, putting the raised beds in time for these little tiny seeds that turned into beautiful plants, and hopefully start tending to our food garden here pretty soon.
I can hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes.
I hope that in some way this inspires you to try something new, whether that's gardening or art or just anything creative. I randomly went to Dollar Tree, which if you're new here, I am a stay-at-home mom of two. I absolutely love doing things on a budget and I love shopping at Dollar Tree, so that's nothing new for me. I picked up a box of wildflowers and randomly just told my husband, hey, we started a wildflower garden in the backyard, and it turned into this. So surprise yourself, try something new. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you stick around, follow our journey, and thank you so much for watching.